Welcome to this audio show, Contemplating Eternity, where I, your host, will explore the imagination in the theme of eternity. The Christ given us ideas, what is good, what is wonderful, and we will explore them. Come along in this journey as we contemplate what could be, what might be, knowing that our greatest imagination will still falter and not be anything close to the truth because it's so far beyond what we can imagine. But knowing that gives us a greater joy, because when you try your hardest and put the most effort you can into being fully forcing your imagination to create, to build that reality, to see and envision what it would be like. And at your greatest, most wonderful and joyful, perfect imagination of what could be, knowing that you would greatly desire that, knowing that the truth that will be, that in a way already is, greatly exceeds what you have in a perfect, joyful understanding of. Your farthest reach, what you can imagine, is all we can do. And that alone can give us hope. So imagine the great magnification of hope, knowing that the truth is so greatly far beyond what we can imagine. So let us begin with this and contemplate something that might be. We're three beings with their perfect bodies in their perfect environment. Three beings are, and they stand in the expanse of creation, each of them with their instinct creating realities that include each other, and their realities overlap with perfect harmony. Not one can inflict or cause chaos in another, and they all create simultaneously as they take each step, their forward movement never ceasing, for their movement is creating reality as they move, and the beauty that exists in them, in that creation, that they, through their instinct, can create, making the lands, making the energies, and the reactions, the causes and effects of each reality bending to the realm that they perceive. And these three beings walk forth, building realms where they are experiencing, where they are feeling and tasting and hearing and seeing and smelling. They are knowing with a knowing, not by information, but by a knowing, an innate understanding of the inner workings of all that is being done. And these three beings continue forward, rejoicing, knowing that it is not of them that they are doing this, that it is of their Father who has given them inheritance of his glory. And they are making realms of immensity with emotions and with the interconnectivity of any fantastical concept that they might want to explore. What can they do? What can they not do? They can do anything. Absolute power over all things to the greatest magnitude of having power. They can do all things save for one thing. The only thing that you cannot do in eternity, that you'll never be able to do, is to undo anything that God has done. But anything else you can do and will do. If the whole world was made of clouds, would they be solid clouds or soft, permeable clouds? If the whole world was made of dirt, would there be soft dirt? Could you think of dirt being more pleasant to the touch than silk? Being more refreshing than fresh water? Or what about a bed of rock? Could be comfortable in the manner of a pillow or a marshmallow that you could lay on it and you could take a bite out of, and it would be delicious. What we will do will be so much greater. You could possibly think on the scale of each of us creating multiverses, our own multiverse, and a multiverse of multiverses. And live in them or outside of them to change them or step into someone else's. You will not need to travel. You'll have instant appearing in any place that you desire. Instant. You won't have to walk. But when you're in the place, I'm sure you will walk. You will run and play and experience the space around you, but you will have the ability, the speed of mind and body that you could instantly move to each location. And in that very instant, have the full knowing of everything you could experience at that location, and to a degree be in every location within your multiverse near simultaneously, having full experience of that place. But that's just being in the place. That isn't doing any more than observing. So when you begin doing an activity, it could be at the scale of something so large, or it could be at the scale of something smaller, at the scale of ribbons of energy, or whatever is beneath or smaller than the smallest conceptual small. Could be an entire other realm and universe that you could explore, that you could live in, that you could enjoy. And none of it would be a reduction. Every experience would be a greater experience. You wouldn't have to choose to do a greater thing. It would be the blessing of God, a blessing reward of eternal life, that everything you do is better than the last thing you did. And that's eternal. Eternity. How long would it take if you had faster than light speed and the environment could withstand your movement? How long would it take to do an activity? You could think of eternity having the ability to accelerate or slow time, where there won't be time in the sense that we understand, because we will be eternal and what we do will be eternal. There is no destruction. Even the systems that we create will not be systems like we have now on earth. They will be systems of growth and creation. A creation will start as what it is, imperfection, and perpetually grow and morph into something better for all eternity. And the next thing that you create will be better than the last thing you created. And that will grow and become perpetually greater, more majestic and wonderful. There is no destruction. There is no decline. Everything will be progressive, will be forward moving, will be improving. And every moment of it will be fabulous. It will be so incredible, so fully mind-blowing. Even at the height that we will be, it will still be mind-blowing. Because we will finally be in a state, in a position where we can genuinely experience the full magnitude of God the Father, where we can fully take in His greatness and majesty. And it will blow our minds.